Yeah.
Promiscuous girl. Teasing me.
I've been listening to a lot of songs that were in movies recently. Like that I remember from movies.
Like what?
Like, you know that song that's on the Master of Disguise? It's called Fun or New by something Falcon. What's her name?
Edie Falco?
I don't, maybe, I don't know. It goes, this is gonna be fun, this is gonna be new.
What?
It's from the Master of Disguise. I love that
Never
movie.
seen it.
I like that.
Is it the one with the guy who turns into a turtle at one point?
Yeah. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
The one that was shot.
Yeah, it's
I've never
Dana
seen
Carvey.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
Pistachio Disguise.
I think I've seen it like around the first time I was like smoking weed, where I like hardly remember anything. So it's like one of those movies I've seen where I was like, maybe the 8th or 9th time I've ever smoked, where it's like I just remember bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I have a lot of movies like that. I watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Where it's just I barely remember it, as if I dreamt the whole thing.
Honestly, I don't know why they didn't carry on with it. I think it could have been like as big as Austin Powers.
It's like, as I think about it, it seemed like a really...
And that's saying a lot coming from me, because I'm a big Austin Powers fan. My podcast production dream company is called Cat Bastard.
They could have had at least a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the art of the sequel is something that's falling out.
No, I don't know, because now we have movies that are coming out in the 7th, 10th. We got like movies that are coming out, like Mission Impossible.
Yeah, John Wick's doing that really well. Every new John Wick movie is like an event.
Yeah, and it's
one that I enjoy.
I think it's an epidemic of sequels, if anything. It's sort of.
And the guy that makes John Wick, he said it's kind of like how the Jackass guys are. Like after every one, they say like, "Oh, that's the last one," and then one day they're like, "What if John Wick has to fight a bunch of ninjas?" And they wrote the movie for John Wick 4.
So they got 1, and then they got 2, but then they got 3 and 4 at the same time. So with 3, they had to end it on a cliffhanger because they knew they were going to make 4. So that kind of changes it. It definitely warped the franchise. But now, like, I haven't even seen all the Fast and Furious movies. Like,
I shopped once they went to Brazil. They first met The Rock. I was like, okay.
Is this mine?
No.
Cool.
That's yours. That's your jar of water.
Thanks. We use mason jars in this house. How do y'all feel about my mason jars? Honestly.
I mean, it's nice.
Some people are bothered by it.
I think it's eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me feel a little more Virginia.
Really?
A little more Appalachian.
No, that is very Midwest. I think it's Midwest.
It's still pretty Mississippi of you too. But I don't know. I feel like Louisiana and Mississippi is really like plastic cup states.
Plastic cups.
Yeah, like red Solo cups.
Yeah. Texas a little bit too. Once you get into like the San Antonio and like Houston area.
Texas, I imagine drinking out of like a tankard.
A tankard.
Like a little maybe like a hollowed out ram horn.
It's either nah. I think that's more New Mexico, where it's more deserted.
Wouldn't it be like, I think it'd be more Minnesota. Home of the Vikings.
Yeah, but they're not actually Vikings over there. They're really... Those are like where you get the expensive metal cups and shit, where it's like, they have like, what are those called? Those, it's like a specific brand of like cups where they really keep your shit refrigerated.
Like Yetis?
Like Yetis?
Yetis, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody has a Yeti.
Everybody has Yetis and like a fold out chair that like collapses on their back.
Oh my god.
They probably also need the Yetis to keep their coffee hot. Keep their hot stuff hot.
That's a year round.
It's so cold
hot,
up there.
Cold, whatever you need, really.
Yeah,
it's convenient.
You know, I realized we're always styrofoam at my grandma's house. Always drinking out of styrofoam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my whole life through.
Shit tastes different out of the styrofoam.
She has different sizes styrofoam.
Especially soda.
Yeah.
Soda's like tastes more syrupy.
Yeah, it does.
Cup, you know what I mean?
Except for McDonald's.
It's that walkie.
McDonald's does have like a little bit of like a...
McDonald's has their own special recipe though for Coke. It's like not even the same
Sprite
as
as well.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
Sprite as well. I know that.
Sprite, yeah.
It's very clean and clear, as opposed to like the thickness that usually comes with styrofoam. You know what I mean? Like styrofoam, it's like it's usually you're just getting all of the sugar and all of the weight of the liquid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But with McDonald's, it's more of like, I don't know, lightweight, as if you're drinking water, but it's
Yeah, the
it's
paper
soda.
cup definitely, like... Dude, what are they putting on that paper?
Yeah,
To make paper
yeah,
not get wet.
dude.
Wax.
Yeah.
Chemicals, man.
No, yeah, those paper cups at McDonald's are definitely very waxed up. I always
Yeah.
get the large, though. The plastic cup's fantastic, and it's only $1 or something. But, dude, you know what really sucks is those Wendy's drink machines, the ones that have like a whole grocery store of drinks in them, and you get all
Oh,
the
the one where
different
you like press
flavors.
this touch screen
Yeah,
for it?
so you just want a Coke, but you're really getting that.
Because
hit
that's
of,
like eight. That's
green
like
apple
8 different
Fanta.
tubes you have to worry about where like bacteria can
Damn, I
grow.
didn't even think about that. I like
Right.
that. Like I used to go to Wingstop, and Wingstop would have one of those machines where I can pick the ginger ale, and it'd be like 6 different ginger ale flavors that I could pick. But
Yeah.
if it's like coming through the same tube, all of it,
Yeah.
then it's a little concerning.
It's a little grosser. Like,
Yeah.
you're not getting
Yeah.
you're not getting the fresh.
No, not really.
You're not getting that farm fresh.
It's like
dairy.
layered with something else. Like it's coming out of a tube that's just.
Dude, they can put anything in there on that way.
Yeah. Like, I want to go to Baskin Robbins, but I don't want all 31 flavors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm killing the light and turning on this one just because.
I think it looks
noise.
better. Yeah.
Fuck
Honestly.
it. Make it comfier.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Fuck yeah.
Actually.
Swag.
I also feel like, I don't know, this kind of relates to the vaccine in a way, because a lot of people think that the government's putting something in their bodies that will control them in a way. There's so many easier ways to do that realistically.
You ever touched a receipt?
Yeah.
Yo, that's the
You
thing.
ever get a little bit of like powdery?
If
stuff on
that's
your
your
hands
if that's
after
your
the receipt?
train of thought, they already made everybody put on masks before they made you get the vaccine. You know what I mean? Like,
It was like a.
so like if the vaccine's gonna control you, like you're already not going to work and wearing a mask everywhere. Like y'all had to quit going to church. Y'all was going to church every Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they already got you kind of.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that's
I
your
mean-
train of thought.
Yeah, well, anything that like everyone has to like touch or like deal with, they could put like some kind of crazy chemical.
That's
in it.
wild. Like that's.
Dude, I mean MK Ultra never ended. I don't think.
I think it was like exposed, and everybody was like, "Whoa, what is this?" And they're like, "Sorry, guys, we're gonna change our ways."
Sorry.
And then like,
Was it?
no.
That's what they said. They're like,
I'm actually not too familiar on MK Ultra. I'm thinking of Snowden, actually.
oh yeah.
With all that shit, with the FBI, man, like
well,
surveying all of us and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
M-
real.
yeah, MK Ultra was experiments in the 60s where they tested how different chemicals affected the brain, like fluoride, and they also that's
LSD.
mostly known because of their LSD tests. But it was yearly like any kind of narcotic substance they could use to like
LSD
long
test?
term affect someone's mental state.
Like experimenting with.
Experimenting with it, they would put it in like drinking supplies of like small towns. Just
That sounds like a book I've read.
There's
Yeah.
actually
It was
an
like
actual thing that happened called Operation Midnight Climax, and they were giving all these prostitutes acid, and they all killed the dudes that were paying to have sex with them.
damn.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plot of a movie. I
A
don't.
movie we
I
could
don't-
make.
A
It sounds like
movie
a title of a
if
movie.
it's not-
Operation Midnight Climax.
Yeah, dude, that's
Sounds like a
exactly.
dope-ass
That's
movie.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That would. I would go to that. I didn't see.
Operation
I didn't.
Midnight Climax.
Yeah, I don't want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah. That's
I
what
want to
they
see
did.
Operation Midnight
I mean,
Climax.
to
Yeah.
be fair, Oppenheimer is a pretty cool name.
It's a cool name.
It's a Nazi name.
But
Oppenheimer.
all these like one word or like short. I think movie titles may also be a lost art. Cause like
Yeah.
What could you look back on as a movie title and be like, more movies should be titled like this?
dude, Escape from New York. Like that's a good ass title. Like
There will be
what's a
blood.
recent one? There Will Be Blood. That's a good title.
Good title.
Um,
I mean, recently then, what could you look at anything like, I mean, The Northman, I think that's a pretty good
The
title.
Northman was a dope title for a movie
It's a
that
dope
didn't do
act.
well in the box office.
You know,
at
it's a
all.
good title.
It was a great
That
movie.
Kevin Hart movie,
Get
The
Hard.
Man from Toronto.
Oh. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's one of his Netflix. It's a newer one.
Is that the one where he kills somebody?
I think he does kill somebody in it.
Oh, no, I remember that one, actually. The Man from
No,
Toronto.
no. It's not the one where him and his brother kill somebody or whatever. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
funny movie. It's got, I want to say it's Woody Harrelson in it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Woody
Is
Harrelson
it
a
good
great
though?
comedic
Like, did it
actor.
do well?
It's pretty funny. Well, it's got Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's as
Oh,
good.
I think
It's
I've
as
seen
good
that
as
one.
Get Hard.
Is that the one where they jump off a building and it's like in slow
Or
motion?
Ryan
No,
Gosling.
that's the one with Will Ferrell.
There it goes.
No,
Yeah.
that's the one with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's old, dude. That's like older. That's
Yeah, I love that movie. What's it? The Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
The Other Guys. My dad hates that movie for some reason. I love it.
Yeah.
What's the one with Ryan Gosling and gosh, what's his name? They're like, it's a detective movie. I think that's The Other Guys. Ryan Gosling and
No, The Other Guys is Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. I know that for a fact. I used to watch that movie to go visit my dad in prison in the car.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty on the nose.
But are you thinking about R.I.P.D.?
No. It's
Um,
the guy who plays Gladiator, Russell Crowe,
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan Gosling.
Oh, is it the other guys?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the other
It's the
guy.
nice guys versus the other
No, the
guys.
The nice guys.
The
That's
nice
what it is.
guys.
The nice guys.
Oh, dude, that
Wow.
was too difficult. I haven't seen either of those movies, so it's impossible for me.
This is high quality podcast content. Just us naming movies back and forth.
Dude,
Jaws.
I was thinking about The Big Short this whole time.
The Big Short.
I don't like his character in that movie.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
Yeah.
He has a lot of weird looking characters.
Speaking of
off-putting.
movies with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, The Big Short.
True.
Very much a precursor
True.
to Barbie.
I mean, no. No, I don't see that in any way, actually.
Will Ferrell produced both.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can make that connection. But
And he's worked with both of those actors.
how's like the housing crisis?
Oh, plot-wise, no, not related.
Okay.
Or maybe related.
How
A
so?
lot of-
How would they be connected?
A lot of kids grew up wanting Barbies but not getting them because of the 2008 housing crisis.
And that affects Barbie World.
Yeah, Barbie lost.
That affects
Barbie lost
that
her
does
dream
affect Barbie
house.
World.
Low-key.
Because the amount of people that like the
Did they grow up with Barbie and they're like, fuck Barbie, actually?
Yeah,
I don't need Barbie. She's just a representation of.
but now they're old enough to like buy their own shit, and now Barbie's cool again. So
Now
then-
she is because of the movie.
because of the movie.
Actually,
But
isn't
in-
that what happened in the movie? She left to go to the real world, and Ken took over Barbie Land or whatever. I think that's what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I saw a thing.
Damn.
It was a TikTok where they were comparing this storyline and made it exact to Black Panther.
Oh, you know what it is? It's all a metaphor for
Or
2008 housing crisis. I mean, the entire state of the world. It's everything. Dude.
It's probably just
It's
a
about
common
the Arab
storyline
Spring.
that
It's
most.
the heirs.
it's about Gaddafi and the fucking Operation Desert
I
Storm,
don't know
dude.
Gaddafi's.
She was crossing the desert.
Damn.
I feel like
She
Gaddafi and
goes into the
Operation
real world
Desert
and
Storm are
interacts
like
with,
30 years apart.
Causes terror.
Yeah.
Well, see, now you're making confusing connections. Because what is Ryan Gosling in all of this? What is Ken in this whole equation?
Dude, he's Gaddafi.
He's Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Margot
like he's
Robbie's-
Killmonger in Black Panther. That's
Yeah,
what they
exactly.
were comparing him.
All movies are the same movie.
And Barbie is who? T'Challa?
Barbie is
Barbie is
Barbie
Black
is the
Panther.
righteous American hero.
So T'Challa goes to America, in this case Barbie. And in that process, Killmonger goes to Wakanda, Ken, Barbie World, and then
takes over.
converts it to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
his idea of it. But like,
And also discovers the beginning of the 2008.
see,
housing
my
crisis
thing is
and
like how
moving on.
differently they took the world, the outside world, like Ken and Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ken was looking at the world like, oh my gosh, this is how it really should be. Like this is where I find my purpose. It's not this, lousy woman who won't give me attention. It's, myself and being a man and my boys and shit like that. And like Killmonger, he goes to America and he sees what, like, oh, my people, my African ancestors are suffering and in ghettos and stuff in this world. Like, so I'ma change that. So it's completely different. Where Ken is going to, like, the real world and being like, whoa, this is good. And then Killmonger is going to the real world and being like, whoa, this is bad.
You know what? This is a very good example of refusal of the call in the story cycle. Like the because there's so many different ways.
Wouldn't Ken go into the real world be more like Killmonger going to Wakanda?
Or returning to Wakanda.
Well, yeah, actually. Because
he comes back to Wakanda and sees that it's changed.
That's completely true.
The way...
But then T'Challa in this equation is like seeing the real world as the real world. Wow, okay, I see that now.
Mm-hmm.
So the real world, like Barbie and T'Challa are more parallel. Where Barbie's going to the real world, T'Challa's going to the real world. Where Killmonger grew up in the real world, goes to Barbie world. See, that would be a really good movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a guy that just grows in the real world, like, oh, this shit sucks, man.
They should have just had Michael B. Jordan fight Margot Robbie.
That would, instead of like what Will Ferrell, he was hardly an antagonist.
Yeah. They could do it, Harley Quinn versus Killmonger. Do a Marvel DC crossover.
Dude, if they do a Marvel DC crossover, it would be like Harley Quinn and like someone.
They'd have to have her.
It would have to be like side characters.
She's had such a good track record with box office movies.
Iron Man and Batman have to fight, and then the Hulk and Superman have to fight, and that's when we'll find out who the best superhero.
It would be like Harley Quinn and Deadpool. That's exactly what
she's like modern day Marilyn Monroe, huh?
She is.
Margot Robbie, because like she's like, I don't know when to say the it girl, but more like. She's her. Like, you want to cast somebody to be like an image of womanly, like.
She's hot.
Yeah, she's a hot.
Because like in Astro
she's
the hot girl. Yeah.
She's in Astro. She's like the girl. It's like, oh my god, it's his wife. You know what I mean? And she was this beautiful actress, and it's very convincing that it's Margot Robbie for like 2 minutes of the whole movie.
Yeah,
and it's very convincing that she could be Barbie, which is like. Stereotypical Barbie at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and the fact that she started off with Wolf of Wall Street, like in a character that's just like exuding like sex appeal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The fact that she has that, like her first like breakout role.
Okay.
Like having that on top of like fantastic acting ability, she's like really like in a league of her own, I think. Personally.
Ooh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a good title.
Exactly. Like she plays.
Dude, literally, I could not tell it was Margot Robbie through like half the movie until they like really showed her like in the movie theater and stuff.
I mean, in terms of like the best actresses that we have in Hollywood right now, she's like totally top one.
What was it?
It was my laptop.
Oh yeah, we're good.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of her personally.
Hey,
me too.
Who isn't? You gotta be crazy.
Facts. Good actress, good looking.
She's just talented, you know.
Not,
she's
not
good.
Problematic, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Imagine if she said like the N word.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if she told her backup dancers that they couldn't eat food.
I know. We would never get any of this stuff. We'd have Amy Schumer as Barbie, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that almost happened.
That would have been.
Man. I'm so glad everyone wised up on Amy Schumer.
I mean, it's hard not to, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, what kind of world was there where, like, people looked to Amy Schumer for comedic relief?
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because there's so many more, like, talented women.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, don't steal jokes, by the way.
Yeah.
And don't... I don't know. She has, like, a very... There was that one movie with John Cena that I didn't like, but I saw clips on YouTube and I was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I forgot what that movie is. That is a good movie. And it has that British... Was it a British dude? Is that who her boyfriend was initially?
I don't even know.
She was on a date with John Cena and told somebody, "Oh, eat your pussy."
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. I just realized, like, I just found out that Sarah Silverman got, like, canceled.
For what?
I don't know.
There's a collection of her saying the N-word, like, all the time.
Oh, really?
Like in skits
There
and
we go.
shit.
That she could have been Barbie if she didn't do all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot too. She was hot in School of Rock, even though she was such a nag.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she had a lot going for her as well, but she said the N-word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do that, bro.
We all know the rules.
This is true. This is true.
And they made sure to, I'm pretty sure she was on, remember, like, when the whole Black Lives Matter thing started, and at the Grammys that year, or the Emmy, whatever it is for people that do acting, they did the roll film of, like, a bunch of white actors and comedians, like, apologizing for being white, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a little cringy.
And I think she was one of them. And that's when I kind of got off of her. Because I was like, I mean, I understand if she, like, apologized for, like, the things she did, for sure, but, like...
Apologizing for being white? Like,
Apologizing for being
that
white
was her apology,
crazy.
or was she apologizing?
That's what, like, the whole
N-word
video was. Is like, we're sorry that we're white people and that white people do such bad things, like...
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a little...
And at least that's how it was perceived on Twitter, where I absorbed all my information.
Yeah.
What's reliable news source?
Twitter is true. X, sorry. X.
Ah, don't say that.
It's...
That's a dead name to me.
Dude.
It's the current name.
No, it's not.
You're refusing to accept...
Oh, am I the big
You're refusing to accept X in their new name.
Damn, I don't know, because I know Elon Musk doesn't acknowledge...
Yeah, he doesn't acknowledge his trans daughter.
He doesn't, so it's like...
He has a trans daughter?
Who am I...
He does, and he does not
Who am I
acknowledge
to,
her.
like, I don't know, acknowledge his stupid-ass fucking name change
Yeah.
for my beloved app? I don't care how rich he is if he buys it. That doesn't change anything for me. I'm gonna call it Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't care if he changes it to X. I don't care if the icon on my phone says X. It's Twitter.
I still say retweet. And
Yeah.
I hate
Dude,
that
yeah, he got
it
rid
says
of, like,
repost.
People can't say retweet anymore. Like, retweet.
And that's gonna hurt me because I'm gonna grow up. I'm gonna be like 36 years old looking at these kids, and they'll be on X saying repost and shit. Like, no,
Yeah,
it's
no.
Twitter.
And then he's
and
one
then
of
they're
the
gonna call me crazy.
I'm a sassy bitch. When someone drops some hot tea on my ass, I want to say retweet.
Facts.
And he's wanting to, like, flip it into more, like, he said, like, WeChat, like the thing they have in China where it's like a market and there's, like, podcast. It's like everything is what WeChat is. You get podcasts, whatever. Everything. Like,
It's just
dude,
gonna be
this is
something
what we
completely
want.
different.
That's what Threads is going to pump up. If anything, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are playing us all to make each other
Yeah.
way more money.
Oh,
They're gonna fight.
absolutely.
So,
They're gonna fight
yeah.
No,
I think
that
Zucker's
just
gonna kick
means
his
they're
ass.
completely in cahoots.
for sure.
If they're close enough that they're like, oh yeah, let's fight, they're also on private islands.
and they're streaming
private
on
islands
each
and
other's
underground
website.
bunkers.
Like, that's an obvious collaboration.
Yeah.
That is scary to think about, though. If those two people are like together in a common cause.
Oh, dude, there are.
And I can tell it's definitely about the money because Elon started saying like he wasn't going to use Dana White in the UFC to help put it on and shit. Him and Zuckerberg were going to do it to their own parties. And Zuckerberg, like, that's stupid. Zuckerberg said, like, that's stupid. Why wouldn't we use Dana White and his resources, build a super solid undercard? You could literally have a UFC title fight before that fight.
Promote that sport heavy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, they're having it in the Roman Coliseum.
Yeah,
That's going to be nuts.
You could have, I mean, crazy fights. And that one card could produce, like, could be like the craziest selling card ever. You could have the Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight. Have John Jones in there. Why not? Make him fight a baby bear or something like that, or just like an adolescent bear.
Maybe
Dude,
that's the
imagine-
night you do John Jones versus Tyson Fury, like they've been talking about.
Dude,
They're having Ngannou fight Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he's fighting him like soon. I'm talking about by the time that happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Depending on Musk getting surgery or whatever
That's
it is, but
I'd really like to.
What if Ngannou knocks him out? That's what I'm thinking.
it's very possible.
It is
Very possible.
He has the power, obviously, but I don't know if he has the skill. Tyson Fury has fought other, muscle bound, strong ass boxers before. It shouldn't be anything different, but at the same time,
Who's he going up against?
Ngannou, the Predator. Yeah, he's like an absolute physical specimen. Like, I mean, in terms of like athletes in the UFC, hard to find anyone more physically gifted than him.
Yeah.
So
he's like,
that's really what he's riding.
He's maybe like
this guy.
10% body fat, and he weighs like 270 pounds. He has to cut weight to make 265.
He's like 270, 270 something. Like off camp, like probably like in the 280 range, 6'5".
Never failed a piss test in his life.
Cameroon, fucking
Dude.
worked in the sand mines as a child.
Crossed the Sahara Desert like 3 different times because he kept getting deported back to Cameroon.
He sounds like Baki.
He said when they pick you up crossing the border over there, they just go drop you off in the Sahara Desert and let you die.
This is like a picture of him. It's kind of ridiculous. Look at his reach.
Dude, he looks like a One Piece character.
Yeah.
He does look like
and if you watch his knockouts, it's like they shouldn't allow that man to do that to people.
This is when he weighs in fight shape, like 265-ish.
Yeah, dude, that's a
cartoon
character.
6'5".
Yeah, he'll rehydrate and weigh back up, and he'll weigh 280 the next day.
God damn.
The other thing is he'll like take a punch like nobody else.
Oh, I'm sure.
From heavyweights, like he just has like such a block head and like sturdy traps too. It's where it's just like you're hitting him and it's just like, oh, what was that?
And unfortunately for everyone else, his primary discipline's wrestling.
Oh God, dude.
You know, what are you gonna do about that?
What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about that, man?
Dude, I would like to see Dana Carvey put on dog fights.
Dana Carvey put on a dog fight.
Dana White, my man. Dana Carvey's dog fight.
That's
It would just be 2 Mr. Peabodys or something.
Dude.
Dana
Dana
Carvey.
White, bring out, like the prelim card is cockfighting.
Michael Vick's a commentator. Who else is like a famous animal abuser?
Dude, Michael Vick's the main guy.
He
Him
is.
and Joe
Yeah.
Rogan got to team up to
It'd
commentate.
be Michael Vick,
Ooh.
Joe Rogan just because he's good at commentating.
Hasbulla Magomedov.
Hezbollah on the mic.
Have him like just speak Russian and
Have him riding a dog.
no translator either. It's just like common like speaking
Hezbollah's
voice
terrified of
Russian.
dogs.
I mean, if I was his side,
Dude, that was the cutest video ever. Not saying like cute or whatever, because I know he's an adult and he doesn't like to be looked at as a baby. If Hasbulla would ever see this, sorry, man. But it was so cute watching him like be scared of those dogs because they were just little puppies.
They brought him into a room and like let out a bunch of like little tiny
Puppies.
dogs and puppies, and he was
Yeah.
like, no. He was like not fucking.
He was
with
like
it.
kicking
Oh
at
my
him. He was
God.
like back.
Did you see the video of him grabbing the cat's ear?
yeah, I did.
I forgive him.
I don't. He's like,
Yeah.
I forgive him because of where he comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that
it's
part
like
of
a
the
cultural
world-
difference.
It's like it's cultural difference, and it seems like he cares for this cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has the best. This cat's best interest.
Yeah,
in
he
mind.
wasn't kicking the cat.
You know, we didn't all grow up and we weren't raised on all the same advice. You know what I mean? He's still a young man. He's like 20 years old. Not everybody, you know, he's learning. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and maybe he thinks like he really can't hurt any because
Right.
he does that with people. He'll like punch them in the face and stuff like that
Exactly.
because he knows like it's not really gonna hurt anybody too bad.
right.
And he can get away with it because he's small, but you know it's still gonna hurt the cat, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know if cats hurt that bad sometimes.
Cats are pretty fragile, but at the same time, he is like toddler size, like straight up toddler size, and he has like the physical, like the muscle
But
density
toddlers are strong.
of toddler. I don't know.
You know,
Like toddlers get their shit beat for like by cats for like tugging on their tail and shit. Like
Yeah, but I don't know if he wasn't like mindlessly like hurting this cat, if that makes sense. He wasn't just trying to rip its ear off like an actual.
he said he was disciplining it.
Right.
That's exactly what
I
he
don't
said.
agree with personally. I would never do anything. But again, we were raised on different advice. He believes he doesn't really have the capacity to hurt anything, which I don't know if he even does.
I don't know if that's even
Yeah.
true.
Right.
I don't speak his language.
I've
so.
seen people take punches from him full force and act as if they got knocked out cold,
Yeah.
but in reality, you can clearly see it was a love tap, like something like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I wouldn't completely, cancel Hasbulla for that?
I would never cancel.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying I would never cancel
If
Hasbulla.
you had like a beheading video, then it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a little...
I don't know, dude. Even if Hasbulla, like, he wouldn't do it because he's such a, like, devout Muslim, but if Hasbulla, like, smacked a ring girl in the ass or something like that, I wouldn't cancel him.
Oh my gosh. That's...
Yeah.
That would be different, but...
Or they're, like, taking a picture and he, like, on Ted when he grabbed the woman's tits, like...
Oh,
like a little
yeah,
baby
yeah. That's
or
like,
something.
I mean, if they treat him like that, especially, like, if they treat it like that, people have to carry him around like he is
I think
an
part of
actual
his
kid
charm
and
is that,
stuff.
like, he's, like, around that but doesn't partake. Like, that's kind of part of his, like...
No,
like,
yeah.
charm.
Women will be like, can we take a picture? No!
Yeah.
No! He says
he's
no,
very-
he tells
he's
him to
very-
leave.
He's like a Muslim to the...
To the core, dude.
Yeah, all them dudes are.
I respect
You'll
that.
never see them, like, taking
He does
pictures
the
of
fucking
girls.
pilgrimage at the... I think it's Mecca, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And, I mean, I've seen him, like, the little robe on and everything. I've screenshotted it. I've used it as my profile pic on Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
He's legit. He's legit.
And,
For sure. I hope he finds his wife, I hope he finds his one.
we, in college, my friend, their neighbor was a Muslim family. And they, one night during Ramadan, they invited them over to, like, have a big party with their family in the backyard because they were tight. And they brought, like, a lamb into the back and slaughtered it right there. And, like, in, like, a backyard in Mississippi, in, like, a kiddie pool. And then they, like, strung it up, cured it right there, and, like, cooked up the best fucking kielbasa. And, like, fucking kebabs.
Do you think food
and,
tastes
like,
better when you see the animal being killed in front of you?
It made that taste a lot better.
I imagine.
It tasted a lot better.
I imagine.
It was like, wow, like, you could still taste the life in it.
Oh my
It still had a little bit of soul in there.
No, but like fresh ass food like that,
Yeah.
it's like, man, you can't really you can't put any ingredients to replicate.
Yeah. I've had some goat tacos that were a similar situation.
Yeah.
Good tacos.
That sounds awesome.
I've had chicken like that.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the chicken
yeah.
was alive that same fucking day.
Same day
Yeah.
kill is what they
Same
call it.
day.
Same
Oh
day.
my
Oof.
gosh.
There was a radio commercial in our local radio station in my town for a chicken place that was in the town next over, and they said, "Come on down, same day kill." They were advertising
Dude.
same day kill.
Dude, those guys are definitely running a cockfighting ring.
Yeah.
They have to.
How does that work? How do you get the cocks, geared to fight? Is it just
Have you seen what it
outside?
is?
No.
Have you seen the
very-
thing they put on their feet?
So
They put a razor blade on their foot.
I'll tell you,
So
as
they-
much
when they
as
kick
I
it,
know,
it slices the other chicken.
it's a lot to do with bloodline, just like dogs.
Yeah.
How they fight dogs.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
lot to do with bloodline
Wow.
and different types of. So you
You
wouldn't
can't just grab any regular old commercialized chicken.
No,
You
no,
could,
no.
but it would get its ass beat.
Like red roosters, people usually don't fight with.
Not a
red
commercial chicken. It's like it can't walk because its breasts are weighing it down so
Yeah,
much.
there's some that's like white and black that are really good for it and stuff. But yeah, those chickens are naturally pretty mean. If you like bring them around some females and not let them have them, they get pretty hyped up. I'm sure they maybe like
That's like pre-game for the
They're-
fight. Just put them around like
Yeah,
just
people
the
are-
hardcore.
people are cool
Dude,
enough to like
semen retention. It's
Yeah.
important.
Jesus Christ.
you can
The
pet
fighters do that though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, real boxers and UFC fighters.
I
It's
know
the
a
same way
guy-
for dogs.
I know a guy that is related to a guy that is paid $1,000 for a fighting chicken.
Jesus. Wow.
You know a guy related to a guy that's done this?
You know a
Yes.
guy who knows a guy?
Yeah.
Was there any way you know a guy who knows a guy who could get us into a cockfight?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of want to like.
I don't condone it, but
any
I
of this.
do.
For
And
documentary
it's
purposes.
It's like he said it's
16
not like
millimeter
it's not like just a bunch of white guys, like country white guys out there doing it either. He said it looks like the United Nations out there. There's like Korean people in suits.
For sure.
There's like
Oh my god, dude!
there's Brazilians,
It's
Mexicans, there's African American
Every
people,
sort
white
of mob.
people.
Fucking
Yeah.
Senegalese.
Yeah, dude, that's a real.
It's like
cultural melting pot.
it's like
That's
a
real-
text thing that they do. Like you get a location and then you go.
Oh, dude.
Dude.
Why does it sound so cool?
It's legal
It's so
in like
fucked up, Ken.
Alabama.
How dare you? Where can I go to? Like, where?
Where are they?
Where
Just so I know how to stay away from.
So I can report this. You know what I mean?
Let me know when the next one is.
I don't get the drop on the location.
Jeez,
but like I said, I know a guy who's related to a guy that
if
does
I go
drop
out
on
to
the
New
location.
Orleans, hit Bourbon Street, go up to random people, be like, "Yo, where's the cockfighting at?" You know, that's actually the wrong question.
That's a wrong.
Yeah.
That I would probably end up in like the
you would end up in a very gay scenario.
yeah. Dude. Oh my gosh, I didn't really think about
we're
that.
having cockfights in the back of Oz.
Who can I ask then? Like, where would I go to ask?
We can have a cockfight in this border party.
To where it doesn't sound really gay.
I mean, a cockfighting ring is probably the one place where people aren't gonna first assume you're talking about something gay.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, what if it's like the most red state? They would probably lynch me. Now that I think about it, if I went to like the most KKK populated,
and asked to go to a cockfight.
where do I go for a cockfight?
Dude, honestly,
would they assume?
chance you
Picayune,
die,
Mississippi.
10% chance you go to the best cockfight.
That's what I'm
Picayune.
saying.
And make some new friends.
I could really roll that dice.
Like,
Really roll that dice.
Like Sandy Hook, Mississippi, Picayune, Mississippi.
oh my god,
Some of those places, there's got to be a cockfight over there on the river somewhere.
Right, like where it's
That's
really
the thing,
part
it's-
of the culture.
It's definitely river people. River people. River
Yeah.
people are in that
and they would
kind
be
of
like,
shit.
"Oh, you want to see a cockfight?" You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
not, where it's just like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, get away from me."
Dude, there's a grocery store in Mississippi where you can go and ask the oldest lady there, where's the cockfight at, and she'll just point you to the back room. And there's one going on right now.
Boom.
How many cockfights do you think are happening in the world right now?
At this current hour.
Hundreds at least.
Really?
Hundreds. At least.
Hundreds. Damn. Is it really like that?
Yeah. It's big everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's
Yeah,
big
yeah,
in
yeah.
Mexico. I'm sure it's big.
Look, I mean,
It's
if every town has...
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big all over America.
Dude,
It's big in
I went
Asia.
to a bar, bro, and I was getting some drinks in. People were playing pool. And there was just a corner where people, like chickens, were fighting with razor blades on their feet, dude.
I'd go look.
I would! Now, like, where... I see where the problem's at, but, like, what if the winning chicken got, like, alms? Got, like, some sort of payment? Like,
Yeah.
some good-ass corn?
Good ass corn. Yeah, of course they do.
Would we know? Would we have any indication to like where these chickens can consent to this?
These
You know?
chickens are probably have a high protein diet. I'm talking like these
Yeah,
chickens
these
are probably
chickens-
eating
these
like
chickens are on schedule.
mealworms and stuff like that,
Wow.
not corn.
So
they
like
might feed the
good
losing
ass
chicken to it.
top class worms, like some real like they breed like eating worms.
Yeah.
Mm.
You feed to these winning chickens, and they would really be motivated to do this sort of thing. It wouldn't be against their will. Give them a fight camp. Make sure they're ready for this sort of situation, so it's not just sprung up on them. You know, have some dummy chickens or whatever, train them, then make it humane. You know,
Yeah.
and then put them in the ring, make them fight for
Yeah.
their lives.
Chickens are just naturally mean too, anyways. I don't think you really have to do much to get them ready to fight. I don't know if you've
There we
ever been
go.
around chickens for a while, but like you can watch videos of a chicken. Every time they see a mouse, they immediately kill it. One,
Wow.
Yeah.
and then two.
So they're just ready to go.
Even when they
Yeah.
have sex, they grab the back. A lot of birds do this. Really, they grab the back of the hen's neck and they're like pulling its feathers out. It looks like they're attacking them. That's what it looks like. Because he jumps on top and he's flapping his wings,
Right.
and he's like grabbing her head with his mouth and he's pulling feathers and shit everywhere. Feathers are going everywhere.
Damn.
And then
These
he
are
hops
some-
off and then goes to the next one.
These are some dark creatures.
Yeah, these, yeah. I
They're
don't-
the most
I don't
related
like the
to
sense of
a
humans.
Tyrannosaurus Rex out of any
Right.
animal on Earth right
That's
Yeah.
kind
now.
of eerie to think about. If you think about evil on Earth, not even in a way where it's like, oh, I hate evil, get it away from me, but just in a matter of black and white, you know.
Chickens are
yin,
evil.
Yang, they would be on that spectrum of like.
They're the yang for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Where it's like, if you're looking to be an ideal
Like
living
the-
creature, you don't really look to be a chicken.
Like, there are cute chickens, like cute little Instagram chickens you get sometimes.
Right.
But-
even then.
But
they're-
99.9% of chickens are just vicious
You
little
could have a
creatures.
cute chicken, and that
Gross
cute ass
things.
chicken is looking to like poke your
Yeah,
eyeballs
it's
out
still-
at any given chance.
Yeah, it still wants to see, like, death.
Because like at this point in history, they're bred to be eaten, and
Yeah.
have their children be bred to be eaten. That's such a rough existence.
So if they have any concept of the world they're in beyond baser animal instincts, it's a lot to be mad about.
No, but I think that's the thing. You can't even have a concept of that existence because it's the only way to cope with that is to be fucking mindless and angry all the time.
Yeah.
Full of hatred.
They come out of their shell being I am the giant apex predator T-Rex, and then they realize that they're smaller than everything, and they're just angry all the time.
I don't even know if I want to say what I just thought for what chickens are being bred to be. So we can edit it out if anything. They're being turned into autism fuel.
Autism fuel? Yeah, because they're just putting random hormones in the chicken.
And turning them
into
chicken nuggets.
They're putting chemicals in the chickens.
For sure.
As fuel for indoctrinating the public.
That's what they cloned Tyrone was about. Have y'all watched that yet?
I have.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie, dude.
I have to get on it.
That's good.
Dude, I still haven't seen any movie or show since I've seen Oppenheimer and Barbie on the same day.
I haven't even heard about anything coming out recently that wasn't Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Me neither. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I heard it was really good.
I did too.
This Tuesday, I'm gonna fucking pull up. What is it? Friday?
Today's Friday.
Yeah.
Today's Saturday.
Aren't Seth Rogen and Ice Cube in it?
Are they?
Yeah.
They should be, if they're not.
Or they're they have something to do with it.
Seth Rogen's definitely
involved in some way.
Yeah.
He's had some money.
Producing it.
Yeah, he's had some money producing recently. Invincible, that show is so good.
That's how you win at Hollywood. Is just
The Boys as well. He's produced both. He's a producer on both of those shows. Those are
really?
good shows. Yeah.
Dude, Will Ferrell's a great producer. I bet he learned a lot from him. They worked together.
From what? Seth Rogen and Will Ferrell?
I think Will Ferrell's produced a lot of stuff that Seth Rogen was in the early days.
Will Ferrell probably learned a lot of his stuff from Adam McKay, though.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Adam McKay is a real
fucking...
He's like that?
Beast.
Adam McKay, and then obviously he had Lorne Michaels from SNL.
Did Seth Rogen work on SNL in any way?
No, I don't think he ever was. I'm sure he's been on there as a host or something like that. But
dude, really?
Yeah, Will Ferrell's on it.
I feel like it'd be more iconic, where I'd have some.
Oh, definitely, they haven't gotten the best people they could to be on SNL for our generation. They just haven't. Even when, and everyone always says,
missing, really?
It's whenever you're in high school is your favorite SNL years, but not for us, because when we were in high school, SNL sucked. We had Pete Davidson, and that's it.
Yeah, Kyle Mooney really
Kyle Mooney was alright. For
Kyle
me,
Mooney
it
was not used enough.
Middle school, later elementary, where I was like, these guys are fucking alright. It was Bill Hader's era,
Yeah.
Bill Hader, and when Kenan Thompson was a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
And then they had Adam fucking Sandberg.
Yeah, Andy Sandberg. Yeah, dude, that was highlight.
Oh my god!
They got some sketch YouTubers now doing stuff for their YouTube channel. Please.
They had Michael Che too. Michael Che's pretty good.
Michael Che. Who do they have in Saturday the update weekend update at that era? The Bill Hader later.
Oh, it was.
Was it Seth Meyers?
Seth Meyers. Yeah.
Seth Meyers, and then Michael Che started hopping on it.
Yeah, is Colin Jost still doing it?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Cool. I think so. I haven't seen SNL in a while now.
Me neither.
Those jokes.
I think
just
losing
don't
Shane Gillis kind of put the nail in the coffin for SNL for me.
They had Shane Gillis.
They hired him and then fired him.
But that's when he got it. The next day, he got outed on CNN for his clip of him talking about Chinatown on YouTube.
Chinatown.
Yeah. He said his manager texted him and was like, "Have you ever said this on camera or anything?" And he was on the subway, so he was only getting phone service at the stops.
Oh.
And he was like, and he had texted him. He was like, "No, I've never said that." And then the next stop he got to, his manager sent him a video of him saying the C word.
That's so.
And he was like,
CH.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And he did a little accent. You could fill the rest out in ink.
Yeah.
How
How long have you been recording?